Hello, my name is Karen Hughes, and I'm the Domestic Violence Clinical Services Coordinator for the Life Crisis Center, and I want to welcome you to the Life Crisis today. With me today is Lisa Garcia, and we're going to be talking about stress in the holidays. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi.
Stress, oh my gosh, and holidays, wow. Putting those two together, it can be very overwhelming. Let's start talking about first, what is stress?
So stress is the body and the brain's response to any demand. So it could be it could feel emotional, or it could be physical, or it can feel physical. Lots of times when we think about stress, we think about stress in a bad way. So there's like a good stress and bad stress. So something stressful could be applying for a promotion and waiting for the response. It could be riding like a roller coaster, or it could be something life-changing or something traumatic. So all of those things can be stressful in different levels.
Yeah. With good stress, is there any more that you want to talk about with that? Because it can be good. We can be looking forward to things, but we can be stressed out by it.
Yeah. So with good stress, that's like the feeling when we get excited. So it could be, like I said, applying for that promotion, maybe going out on the first date, going on a roller coaster. So it's something that you feel, but you're getting all those hormones going, but you don't feel that fear, or you don't have that fear.
But with bad stress, that's different.
It is. It's different. So bad stress could be also hormones going, but instead of not feeling, instead of feeling calm or like excited, then you could be scared. You could be tense. So you will feel like your muscles tensing, your neck tensing, your shoulders, get headaches sometimes. And sometimes there could be good stress and bad stress together. So if we think about, we're buying a house, or looking for a house, looking for an apartment if we're going to rent. So it's exciting that you're going to get a new place and looking for new places, but at the same time it could be stressful because I can't find a house, I can't find an apartment, or all the process that it takes for you to be able to get it. So it's good stress with bad stress together.
I think the holiday stress is both.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. So with holiday stress, you could have people looking forward. Oh, I'm going to see family members. I'm going to see my cousin I haven't seen in years, or I am going to see that family member I really don't want to see, or I don't like hanging out with. Or knowing that when some family members get together, there could be lots of tension between them, or trying to avoid that, or just even enjoying or looking forward to seeing family, but hosting a get-together, hosting a holiday. So like the stress of getting things ready, preparing, and cooking, and all that. Even though it's stressful, I'm looking forward to seeing this family members. I'm looking forward to seeing my family or friends, but I'm also stressed because of all the other things that I have to do. So it's like a mixture.
Right.
Yes.
So family dynamics. Oh my gosh. Families can be looking forward to each other, and like you said, and other times, oh my gosh, who do I have to avoid? Or, yeah, family dynamics.
Yes. And with that, like, yes, I want to hang out with someone, but I want to stay away from someone else. So how to balance that, or how to choose what to do, or how to approach someone, or how to not approach someone and like step back. A lot of times also with family dynamics, maybe this person could be alone and there's no family, but does want that connection. So instead of that family, it could be a friend or coworkers or someone else. But also going back to family, how to handle that family, how to look at how like the family dynamics is. So maybe to deal with that stress could be planning if going to one family member's house for the holiday or going to another one, or knowing maybe with that family dynamics, you know that after dinner or after a couple of drinks, maybe something happens with families, or there's tension between uncle and aunt so and so. So maybe planning as like, I'm going to leave this place before that tension happens to protect myself. Or I might stop by and I might have to go somewhere else. So I stop by, say hi, instead of just dismissing them and or not going, still saying hi to family, because there could be family members that you want to see there. So enjoying some time with them, and if having other plans, then going to the other place.
Right, right. It kind of leads into expectations too, because I don't know about you, but kind of have expectations of what the holidays are like, and it should be this, and especially with all the stuff on TV, and we think it should be like that, and our families are not like that.
Yeah.
So talk about expectations.
Yeah, so with expectations, so what is it that I'm expecting from others, and what are those others expecting from me? So like you said, like we watch on TV this holiday movies, everyone's happy, everyone's enjoying each other and having a great time. And yes, I would want to have that kind of holiday, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So with that expectation, knowing that maybe it's not going to happen like that, in like that acceptance, that, or also for like what family members are giving you, but also accepting that I cannot make everyone happy. That I might feel like, oh, I need to go and with this family members, because like, what are they going to say about me? Or like that tug of war, like I want to go, but I don't want to go because like they have an expectation I'm going to show there. I'm going to do this. Or even like expectations of, like, you have hosted our family dinner every year, so we're expecting you to do it, and maybe you're tired and you don't want to do it anymore. Or I need to cook everything, and maybe like they're expecting me to cook, but I don't want to cook this time, so how about bring a dish? So those expectations, like what I'm expecting from them and what are they expecting from me, can be stressful, and stressful.
Yeah, yeah. And now we're putting COVID on top of all this. And COVID and the holidays.
Yes.
And that leads into all you just said, good stress, bad stress, holiday stress, expectations, families. Oh my gosh.
Yes, so another layer to add. So with COVID, I think that this year holidays will look very different. They could. Not they are, but they could. That worry, and like I've heard lots of anxiety and worry, like not knowing what's going to happen if people have to stay home and not follow like what their traditions are, like, or those expectations. Also goes back to the expectations, like they're expecting me to go, but I might not feel safe, or they're expecting me to host, but maybe other family members do not feel safe. So all that goes into the mix. And yes, with COVID, maybe of being creative as how are we going to do things, or maybe getting together and deciding what's the plan, so everyone can talk about what's the plan. If it's maybe having a smaller gathering and maybe having Zoom calls, or making a decision, whoever feels comfortable coming, they can come, or not come, and it's okay. So making everyone know that it will be okay, whatever works for them. But yes, it is an extra layer of stress and anxiety added in there. When I was reading about anxiety, preparing for this presentation or for this interview, I came across like a doctor talking about COVID and the holidays, and she talked about like a social bubble, like thinking of a social bubble. So as an idea, so this social bubble is if worried about having a big family gathering, maybe talking to those family members that they're more close to, or like they see themselves all the time. So as we're gonna have this bubble, in this social bubble, this is how we're going to celebrate, or this is what we're going to do. So they're all following like the same things that they're doing. So maybe lowering exposure, or we have been together for months, so maybe just having the gathering with them instead of others, depending on how they feel,
Right.
or their level of comfort.
Kind of like our social. If you and I were brothers or sisters, and you and I have had contact this whole time, we could be in our social bubble, and then maybe Aunt Susie and Uncle John and their children can be, and then we can Zoom together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So like in that connection will still be there, but also having their own social bubble.
Right.
Like that doctor was talking about, like an idea, like this could be one of the things that people could do, and like the Zoom, or if it's not Zoom, if it's FaceTime, or if it's video calling, like Facebook video calling, like to give some examples of
Right.
like things that you could do to
Right.
stay connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about managing stress, because I think this is what we're starting to do, is to talk about managing stress. What are some ideas for that?
So I think, so creating a plan, or managing stress could be for yourself. It could be managing stress for when I'm with others. But for yourself could be like plan. I think that planning helps lowering that worry, that anxiety, or that stress, like planning. So if it's planning like what gifts I'm going to get, or who am I going to gifts for. So having lists, or planning if it's dinner, or if it's planning what different events am I going to go to, or what other events am I not going to be able to go to. So with the planning, I will start with planning. Again, like doing the list of what is it that I need to do. Because sometimes we can think, oh, I need to do this. I don't know if it happens to you or not. It happens to me that I need lists for my list, that I need to do this, I need to do that, and I'm trying to remember everything. Sometimes it's hard to keep everything. So doing that list, like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, or I need to buy this. Oh, I already bought this. Keeping track of what we have or not have, or and deciding the events that we're going to attend or not attend. Also doing something that you enjoy. And I say you, like something for you. So if it's listening to music, if it is taking a drive, if it's enjoying a cup of tea or coffee, something that you enjoy, because we continue going, and we don't take time for ourselves. And I think it's very important to get to that point of like, okay, I'm calm. I'm trying to stay calm.
Right. Putting breaks in it, it sounds like.
Yes, taking those breaks. If you can, taking a walk, 15-minute walk. That helps because that will be stress to your muscles, a good stress, so you will get those endorphins going and you will feel better. So it could be like a 5-minute walk, it could be a 10-minute walk, or it could be a 30-minute walk if you want to. That physical movement helps our body relax. So like I said, for you or for us personally, like create that plan, keep eating healthy, stay hydrated. So those healthy tips as to take care of ourselves.
We don't even think of that does lower stress when we just drink some water or take a walk, rest for a few minutes.
Yeah. Also, if you're hosting a holiday dinner, then maybe instead of cooking everything, then just ask if someone can bring a dish. Or have a list, like you're bringing this, you're bringing that. However you feel comfortable, whatever's easier or makes you feel less stress.
Right.
Or maybe that could cause more stress, like asking. So it depends on what it will be better for you or what it will work for you.
Situations with family. You kind of mentioned the plan, creating a plan with them and knowing who you want to have contact with and not have contact with. Any other suggestions?
I think it could be like you said, the plan. Thinking, well, after choosing what dinners do I want to go to or what events do I want to go to, knowing like if this had happened before, and or if it's been a pattern, what to avoid or what to not, or what to participate in.
Right.
So again, I think like either getting there early or leaving early, or voicing that I will not be able to go, or just knowing that that expectation, I want them to be different, or I want them to have a different outcome, but I can't change them. So knowing that maybe my aunt and my uncle are going to be arguing after some time, and then making the decision if I'm going to leave or I'm going to stay, or seeing what's best for myself and for your family. I don't know if
Right.
you go by yourself or you bring your family, your children, if you have family children, or this new other significant other. Or with planning, if there is an aunt or uncle, someone who's asking, I've heard people like asking like, oh, so when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have kids? When's your new partner coming? So all that, like having a plan, like what am I gonna say? How am I gonna answer to this question so I don't feel uncomfortable, and like planning ahead.
Right.
Again, I think it's the plan.
So in planning, you can also set limits
Yes.
for yourself as well as setting limits with others.
Yes. And setting limits could be in different ways. Like you said, for yourself, if it's limits with what am I going to do or not do, if it's going to be limits as budget, limits as what am I going to allow myself or not allow myself to do, what will be better for me or not. But also with others, like with the comments of maybe family members, have setting those boundaries that well, we're here to celebrate or to do something, but like not to talk about me, or saying like this is not okay, or I'm not going to tolerate this. So setting those limits without being respectful of ourselves and respectful of others, but setting those boundaries.
So learning to say no.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not always easy to do.
No, it sounds easier than what it is.
Yeah.
So maybe practicing, and with that goes with the limits. What am I gonna say yes to, and what am I gonna say no to? For example, there are some things that we might not be able to say no to. Let's say your boss is asking you to work overtime. So then that's maybe I feel I can't say no. So maybe to that, it will be, okay, yes, I'll work. But then when you have your plan of what am I going to do, then taking something off of that you could. So you don't feel that overwhelmed that I don't have the time to do things. Another thing, if it's something that it's not as necessary to do, like saying no to your boss, it could be like that's your boss and you might have to work overtime. But if it's like, hey, can you come and watch my dog, or something like that, I really want to help you, but unfortunately I can't because like my schedule is tight. And it's saying no, not because we don't want to do things, but usually when we say yes and we can't do it or we're overwhelmed, then that brings lots of emotions, and then we feel resentful.
Right.
So to avoid that, then the choosing what to say yes to and what to say no to. And maybe I really want to help, but I can't right now. Maybe I will be able to help this other day. Or not give an option, but knowing that I have my plan, I have my schedule, and there's some things that I will have to say yes to, but there are other things that I can say no to, and it's okay to say no.
Right. And saying no isn't just for them, it's also for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So another topic we haven't really talked about is traditions. They can be fun and they can also be stressful, but and also with COVID, there can be some new traditions. Any comments on traditions?
So with traditions, yeah, so it could be a tradition that we all get together and we have dinner and we have this or we do this other thing. And like you said, with COVID, it might be different. It might be that my tradition was to go to Aunt Susie's every holiday, but due to not wanting to be with certain family member, or due to being not feeling comfortable because of the current
Not in your
pandemic.
bubble. Not in your
Yes,
bubble.
yeah. So maybe this could be a time to create a new tradition. It could be a time for you to create a new tradition with your family or just for yourself. Whatever you want to do, that it's an opportunity
Right.
that you can do things different.
Get creative.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, is the first holiday that someone could be by themselves or separated or getting married or like in a new relationship. So maybe what will be our tradition? Like, I go with my family. I want to go. You want to go with your family. So how are we going to create this new tradition? Or maybe I used to go to this family, my in-laws or someone else before, and now I don't have that. So what's going to be different? So maybe create that new tradition, or maybe the families didn't have any tradition, or maybe I didn't have any traditions, or maybe the traditions that we had I don't like.
Right.
So maybe create a new one.
Right. Simple things like reading a story, a Christmas story. And yeah, we might have had them on our laps doing it, and now we might need to do it through social media, and having those Zoom talks or,
Watching
video
a
texts.
movie. And watching a movie, I know now with different movie places you can watch online, you can send a link to a family member where you can be both watching the movie at the same time. You're in different places. Someone could be in California and you could be here in Maryland. And you can still be watching the same movie
Right.
and being connected that way. Yes.
Yeah. And making the comments during the movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any resources for folks as they're trying to get through all these holidays? Anything that you can think of?
Well, I would say tips.
Okay.
So tips could be, again, the healthy meals, stay hydrated before going to family gatherings or friends. Just keep a snack with you before going to dinner so you don't overindulge. Or if you want to, exercise. Take a deep breath. So some tips: take a deep breath, meditating, yoga. So, what resources? So, online, YouTube has lots of different videos. They have like 5-minute yoga. You don't have to be an expert in yoga. They walk you through. They're like very relaxing and calming. 5-minute meditation, or just listening to calming music or sounds. Plan ahead. Again, plan ahead for the day. Plan ahead as what day I'm going to be going shopping, what day am I going to be cooking, what day am I going to be doing this, or plan for the holidays. And with resources, I think you'll probably mention this, the hotline, needing to talk to someone, but also if this feelings, stress, anxiety, or lasts for a long time, then seeking for medical help, talking to your doctor, talking to a medical professional about it, or like the hotline, 24/7, 7 days a week, that we're there to listen, or that they're there to listen.
Yeah. Well, Lisa, thank you for all this information and getting through the holidays. And you will do it, and I will do it, and hopefully our people watching will be able to get through as well and not be so stressed out.
Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah. And thank you for joining us. We do have some resources for you. The hotline is available 24 hours a day, and that number is 410-749-HELP. Again, 410-749-4357. And there's always somebody there. Or if you don't want to talk and you just want to chat on texting, we do text to chat, and that number is 898-211. You do have to put in your zip code. We also have a website, www.lifecrisiscenter.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. There's lots of ways of connecting with us. Please, if you do need somebody to talk to or need to connect with someone or just feeling really alone, we do have somebody. Reach out. We're here to help. I also want to thank PAC 14 for making this show available. Thank you.